lifestyle, and I'm finding life in Scotland really hard.
As an artist, Claire Galloway is looking to simplify her life and reinvent herself in the process.
I can't bear the idea of just being like a comfortable artist with a regular gallery space. I'm just far too dynamic for that.
So she's moving her studio to a medieval Italian village.
The place I'm moving to is Guardia San Fernando, Italy. You can see forever. Guardia is very quirky and eccentric. This is a very strange room.
Yes, 300 years old.
Wow. In the 1980s, there was quite significant earthquake damage, and a lot of the properties are very, very low in price.
But will low prices be worth high anxiety?
I'm seeing some quite large cracks here.
Find out when House Hunters International shakes up Guardia San Fernando, Italy.
Are there a lot of earthquakes here? Are you going to miss all of this? Not much, I have to be honest. I'm Scottish, but I don't feel that I'm Scottish enough to be in Scotland. My character suits the Mediterranean lifestyle a little better.
For Claire, leaving the familiar Edinburgh art world is just what she needs to grow as an artist.
I'm getting to my late 30s and I'm really stuck with advancing my career in Scotland. Here, I never get a chance to rest and I never get a chance to ruminate, which is something really important to me. Guardia is a very beautiful, very inspirational place. I think I'll be able to do really incredible things out there. Can you take a photo of me with the castle in the back? Can you show it to the people of Guardia?
And although Guardia is affordable, it's remote. And for a struggling artist looking to network, the challenges are huge.
I've got my small amount of savings and just got to assume that I'm going to find clients as an artist. That's going to be really challenging, and I haven't got any experience in speaking Italian. I'm just going to go out there and learn it.
Are you worried about being a vegan? And I don't know how big they are into meat in Italy.
The diet is mostly based on tomatoes and cheese. It's hard to live without money in Scotland, whereas in Italy I'll basically raise the standard of my life and lower the standard of striving that I'm having to do here. I can't believe you're actually going. It's easy to communicate with the internet and everything. It's not the end of the world. I think that I'll find my way there. Keep in touch and loads of love. Yeah.
Claire says ciao to her friends and makes the 1,600-mile journey to the remote Italian village of Guardia San Fernando. Located an hour and a half northeast of Naples, Italy, the medieval village of Guardia San Fernando is dominated by a medieval castle and is only accessible by foot. Below the town is one of the largest cooperative wineries in Europe, producing both Sagno and Guardiola wines. Today, most of the residents live in new homes, and they frequent shops that ring the old town.
In the 1980s, there was quite significant earthquake damage, and essentially people moved to the modern part of the town. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Ciao.
Because most of the house was abandoned in the old town after the earthquake. Claire can buy a big house for a small budget.
Claire's asked her new internet friend and Guardia resident, Irene, to help her on the house hunt.
Okay, so Claire, can we speak again about your wish list?
I'm hoping I can find something with at least minimum a bit of light, minimum 2 big rooms I can use, for one for a sleeping room and one for an event space. And if I can get something which is structurally sound, that's really, really important, because I don't want to do too much of the work myself.
Okay.
If there's a good view, that would be incredible.
What is the price you think you can spend?
That's the main issue with the house, is I need something under $15,000.
The budget is very low, but I have some ideas for something to show you.
I'm so excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
Claire can buy a big house for this price, because most of the houses are abandoned at this moment, and these houses are waiting for people that understand their value.
Looking to give Claire the light and space she seeks, Sergio starts in the heart of the old medieval city and keeps her right on budget.
So Claire, do you like this part of the city, this road?
Yeah, this is a completely pedestrian part of the town.
Yeah, sometimes the car came just to carry things.
Okay, okay.
We have a property here.
Oh, interesting.
Very similar to what you request.
What kind of price is this house?
$15,000.
And what kind of condition is it?
Some adjustment need.
Yeah.
But I think it's very good.
Fantastic. This is interesting. There seem to be a lot of strange looking doors.
Yeah, there are other entries for other properties.
Okay.
This property has 2 different entrances. So
these 2 doors?
Yes, it's quite strange, but I think it's very good for what you need. Because,
yeah, absolutely.
You will have 2 different
yeah, if we see what's on each side,
okay.
I can figure out whether that would work.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. I quite like the idea of this divided house. This could be, could be really interesting for me. Oh, I like this.
Look at the ceiling, it's very nice.
Okay, yeah, it's quite a bit dirty. The view, Irene.
Again, yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic.
The view is stunning. The mountains, the valley.
This is a bathroom here?
Yes, a little bathroom.
It's quite clean, it's not too bad. It's all functioning, Sergio, do you know?
I think it's quite functioning, yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Look at the ceiling. I think it's quite interesting, old ceiling.
Okay, yeah, it looks, I'm seeing some quite large cracks here. What's going on there? Is there
This was the result of the earthquake.
earthquake damage? Are there a lot of earthquakes here? It sounds a bit worrying.
No. It was 30 years ago.
30 years ago, that's quite a while, so. The earthquake damage is at a huge down point, and I'd like to know a bit more about what kind of state the historical centre really is in. Okay. Oh, wow, look at the stucco. It's a bit eccentric, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine sleeping here, huh? Good. Yeah, imagine it's nice and comfy.
Let's go to see the other part.
Yep.
This is the other part of the property.
Well, this is a big room. Wow, there's a balcony here as well. Wow, what a view, and loads of light coming in. It's beautiful. You can see forever.
So Claire, what do you think about this house?
Well, I like it a lot. I'm quite concerned about the earthquake damage, and I don't know, I need to sort of think about things a bit.
Yeah, something to digest, I
Yep,
think, yeah.
certainly. Okay. I do not want to do any structural work myself, so it's really important that the place is secure. But big rooms, lots of light, that's fantastic. View is incredible.
You like this part of the city?
I really like it. It looks much more lived in than the other.
With fears of structural damage looming, Sergio takes the high road.
I didn't expect it to be so nice inside. It's been completely renovated. Yeah.
It seems to be really very
I've
nice.
heard a lot about it. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, yeah. Ciao, buonasera. Ciao. We're coming to have a little taste of the local wine here. I'm going to Italy as a self-employed artist, and assuming that I can just find a way somehow, I will be creating my own market and finding my own clients and learning the language, which is going to be really difficult.
With a brave and adventurous spirit, Claire Galloway has high aspirations for her new life in the old medieval town of Guardia San Fernando.
I think that my art will change in Italy. It'll be less tight and rigid and become more fluid and expressive, I think.
I think Claire is very excited to meet people, to exchange with people, also for painting.
Generally, all southern Italian wine are very intense.
Oh, wow, it's incredible. What a smell.
The scent, very inspiring.
I could get so used to this kind of lifestyle. The quality of everything seems to be so high, and it's just such a comfortable place to be.
But after seeing House 1, Claire's comfort zone was challenged with the reality of purchasing an abandoned home in Guardia.
Earthquake damage.
Just the plaster that opened just a little bit after the earthquake.
That worries me a little bit.
And though there's concern about structural damage in House 1, Claire still focuses on the positive.
This is a big room. I'm imagining a studio. I have to admit, in Scotland, I usually can't afford to buy a good wine. I don't have much of a budget in order to have aspirations about the kind of property I'm looking for. So, and that's one of the reasons I've been really attracted to Guardia San Fernando. You can get a good basic house that you don't have to do structural work on.
For House 2, Sergio tries a hillside home that requires only Claire's artful touches to move in. But the higher price could send her back downhill.
Claire, you like this part of the city?
I do, yeah. These pretty little window boxes. It looks much more lived in than the other.
A property to show you here.
Oh, this one, wow.
This property is 3 floors.
What's the price?
The price is about $18,000,
Okay,
but I
that's
think it's a
quite
very
high.
good price for the condition. They don't need any kind of restoration.
Look at this beautiful door knocker. It's so nice.
The main door is this.
Wow.
I took Claire in this property because I thought that she could be very interested in the quality of the place and the good price for the condition it is.
Oh, okay.
Claire, what's your first impression?
Okay, it seems quite a small space to come into here. Yeah.
And here there is a little bathroom.
Okay. Oh my. Okay, so it's very small bathroom. I didn't expect it to be so nice inside.
After
Yeah,
you.
nice. Thank you.
Please.
So many details. It's gorgeous.
Very romantic.
It's beautiful, but quite small though.
Yes.
It's quaint, isn't it? A very quaint little place, very neat. Nice kitchen area. It's gorgeous. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. Very small balcony, but it's really nice.
Let me show you the bedroom.
Fantastic. Oh, the stairs are very steep, my goodness.
Yeah, very steep.
There's these stairs, they are quite steep, but it's fun if your
Yeah,
knees
yeah.
are up to it.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. No furniture included in the price
not
at
at all,
all. And it is small again, neat. This is wonderful. Incredible view and the lights coming in. It's not too bad upstairs. It's quite bright and...
It has character, and you could move in straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow.
Yeah? You like the house?
I really like it. It's beautiful. I'm a little bit concerned about there's not so much light coming in, and the rooms are quite small as well. Although it's over your budget, but
Yeah.
I could just sit down and have a cup of tea and relax, or some vino.
I thought she could be very interested in this romantic place with a nice view and also don't need restoration at all.
Let's think about it.
Yeah, shall we? Yeah, thank you. Really perfect, actually. Maybe a bit too perfect for someone like me to imprint my own character on it.
Sometimes saving a little now
I warn you, it needs a lot of works. It's been closed for a long time.
will cost more later.
It certainly smells very musty and very dusty, oh my goodness. We'll go and get a coffee and we'll sit down and have a think about it a little.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at these beautiful cakes. It's so gorgeous. Wow. Ciao. Buongiorno. One of the things I really love about Italy is that there's a very relaxed afternoon coffee kind of a culture, and everybody's very warm and connected with each other. That's really important to me. Una gelato, per favore.
And as a newcomer to Guardia San Fermandi, Italy, Claire Galloway is fitting in quite well.
Thank you, grazie molto. Yeah, I'm still quite nervous, Irene, about not being able to speak much Italian, but as long as I can point, so I'm going to have to find my way fairly quickly. Much nicer than Scottish ice cream, I have to say.
Looking to simplify her life and take her art in a new direction, Claire is optimistic she'll find the perfect medieval home in Guardia.
The price of property in the area that I'm looking at is between $15,000 and $25,000. There's a few good properties for that price which don't require any structural work.
House 1 comes with an ideal space for her studio and is on budget at $15,000. But fear of structural damage was a big concern.
These look quite serious cracks, Sergio.
No, not at all. This is just
Are you
plaster.
sure?
So Sergio went the polar opposite with House 2, a smaller place that's move-in ready.
This house is character.
Yeah, no heavy work.
And you could move in straight away.
Unfortunately, the price could be more than Claire can manage.
It's quite high.
In a last-ditch effort to keep the price low, Sergio brings Claire to House 3, an abandoned hideaway, which offers a clean canvas for her to put her stamp on. But it could require too much work for her.
This part of the city is the entrance of the medieval city. There is a nice property here.
Right here, this?
Yeah, this one.
This one? And what kind of price is this house?
Is $13,000.
Yeah.
But I warn you, it needs a lot of work. So it's been closed for a long time.
It's been abandoned for a while.
For a while and
yeah.
closed, so maybe we can...
Okay, I can only imagine. Let's see what we find inside. Oh my goodness.
This is the property.
Smells very musty.
It was closed for 10 years
A long time.
at least.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
This
very
is the
dirty,
bathroom.
but-
It's a big bathroom.
this was a medieval tower. So
Wow. It's quite shocking initially how dirty the place is, and the idea of how much work I'm going to have to do on it, that's a bit worrying for me, so there's quite a tension. This is interesting. Oh my goodness. It's the perfect height for me. Look at that.
can become a nice bathroom.
Yeah, but very small. I'm thinking more of meditation space or a little
Sanctuary.
Yeah, it looks like a nice...
Really crossing the wall.
It's a beautiful arch to the shape of it. Watch out, the whole wall's going to come down. Wah! It feels strangely comfortable and familiar, although it also feels like walking onto a film set or going back in time. Oh, wow. Oh, this is beautiful. It's got the view. Really light. And look at this view. It's so beautiful. And you can hear the water here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
This part of the house can be a very good studio for you.
It worked really well for galleries and
You
event
can think
space.
in the next part that we are going to see it like a bedroom and kitchen.
Ah, yeah, of course, there's more. There's another side. I forgot there's another side to it. Fantastic. For me, it's really useful to have two different sides to a property. I can have one more private space, one more public space. Can we just go in?
Yes.
Well, this is a lot cleaner and it's been worked on a little bit.
Yeah, I think they prepared it to be a kitchen. Here there is all the plant ready to be.
It would be a lot of money. Obviously, I would have to put a kitchen in and everything.
Need to check. Want to see upstairs?
Yeah, absolutely, if we can. Ooh. This room's wonderful. The view again and then the heat and yeah.
There's a bathroom
that's
that was nearly made. Just need to put tiles and.
I have to start from scratch and put things in, so that's quite a lot of work. This is what I have to contend with. I have to make a clear decision about how much work I can put in. You've got this amazing vista.
Seems very
It's
interesting for your purpose.
I would never tire of that, never. Plenty to digest and think about. I need to sort of take it in a bit more and think about it and feel my way into it. Loads of character, very quirky. I love it. There's a lot of potential in it. Immediately I see that, but I also sense the idea of all that work ahead of me. I'm really nervous to make the decision. Really steep.
Risking all her savings for the right home has Claire full of anxiety.
This is it though. Once I made this decision, I've got to be here for the rest of my life.
The purpose for all your plans will be fulfilled.
Struggling artist Claire Galloway is ready to begin a new chapter in her painting career by moving to Guardia San Fermandi, Italy.
The major challenge is going to be the fact that I'm taking this small pocket of money that I've got and putting it into the property, and then I'm going to have to bust a gut, essentially, fixing the house.
Optimistic and fearless, she's ready for the challenges of moving to a foreign country.
I'm a very adventurous person, and yeah, being Scottish, it sort of comes in the blood. I think that things will unfold pretty magically. This is the crunch. I have to make a decision.
Nestled amidst Guardia's medieval cobblestone streets, House 1 at $15,000 offers Claire the studio space and light she dreams of.
Well, this is a big room. I'm imagining a studio. Look at the view. You can see forever.
But concerns of structural stability could take the romance out of this abandoned charmer.
And I'm quite concerned about the earthquake damage.
Located on the city's hillside, House 2 is move-in ready. But at $18,000, it's a big stretch for Claire, especially for the small size.
I would like one big room that I can have events.
But repairs won't be necessary, and that might make it worth the sacrifice.
I would be putting a lot of money into it, but then I would be able to walk into it, and that's really tempting.
Overflowing with medieval character, House 3 at $13,000 will put Claire under budget, but cost her more on renovations.
It would be a lot of money. Obviously, I would have to put a kitchen.
But the blank canvas suits her personality.
Ooh, very quirky. I love it. So, I want to make a decision at least to take one of the properties out of the equation, because obviously I don't want to think too much about what I'm not going to choose. The over-budget properties, it's over-budget, you know.
It's over-budget.
I would have to borrow money to buy it, really, and I'm not willing to do that. I'm not a person who likes to go in debt, so I think we could let go of that. I think, I'm pretty confident. Wait. So we've got two properties to think about now. That makes things easier. The one that's under budget is obviously the one that would be very tempting from a financial perspective. I really love the rooms in it, and there's so much potential. The idea of being able to knock a wall down that doesn't look too...
That
I might
seems
even
easy.
might even be able to do that myself
Yeah.
with a bit of help. So we come to the property that is on budget. It's the only one that's exactly how much I want to spend. It's fantastic again. It's got
The
this
light is working, the
extraordinary,
water is working.
extraordinary view. Yeah, and it seems pretty functional.
Yes.
But of course, I'm thinking the earthquake damage, and I'm thinking, would I feel safe in a place that, you know, waiting for the next earthquake to happen? But at the same time, yeah, there's good and bad points. I don't
So
know.
what does your gut say?
It's just so nerve-wracking making the final decision, Irina, but I just have to bite the bullet and do it. It's going to be the one that's on budget.
Oh. The purpose for all your plans will be fulfilled.
Realizing that most of the damage is superficial, Claire chooses House 1 and stays right at her $15,000 budget.
Buongiorno, come on in. This is my kitchen, the heart of the home. I've got my fireplace, my kitchen table's already here. My master bedroom, which is the old chapel, is my favourite room in the house. It's absolutely beautiful. This is my studio. I've got my paintings on the wall already, and I've got an easel here, and I've got my balcony. This room, it used to be the main bedroom in the house, so when I arrived it was sort of rosy wallpaper and some tragic 1970s lampshades. But over time I stripped everything back, and I've been painting everything beautiful and white with my white curtains, and then of course the light coming in always. It's just the most extraordinary spot. Yeah, what a place to be. It's priceless, really. At the end of the day, it's a dream come true.